Hello and welcome. This is PappaZappa, and I'm here to bring you Chapter 9 of Ninja Gaiden 2. Let's get right into it. Heart of Darkness. Elizabeth's trail leads to an ominous realm in South America. This unholy land conceals the final component to resurrecting the Archfiend. Ryu Hayabusa penetrates its dark mangroves that teem with the heavily armed forces of the Black Spider Ninja Clan on a path to the lair of the Archfiend. Ryu journeys through a jungle far from civilization, a mysterious place where the secrets of the ancients dwell. Spooky. Kind of getting those King Kong vibes here. Also, you guys are going to like this Rambo reference here right at the beginning. Alright, so we're going to have ninjas right at the start. I think our website will be fine. Because these are not the dreaded incendiary shuriken ninjas. And the missile dudes right here are just normal missile launcher guys, so while annoying, they're not chronic. Oh man, that counterattack is brutal. Pretty much everything about this website is brutal. Really good job with this weapon. Alright, so this section, there's going to be some jellyfish. Dudes. Careful not to walk on the jellyfish, they'll explode. Now, there is a crystal skull, I think, down here, if you haven't gotten those, and the only way to access the shop is to kill these jellyfish. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spam the Gatling Spear. There's a way to, yeah, if you just hold it like this, Ryu will auto-target for you. It's kind of nice. Looks like we've got the jellyfish, so we can actually access the shop. Oh. Now, we don't need to upgrade any of the weapons we have, but we do need to probably grab, we'll live with just 1 grains. I guess we're saving for a Talisman of Rebirth more than anything. So yeah, be careful. There's going to be a lot of jellyfish on this level. There's going to be a lot of just really annoying enemies in general. Gotta deal with. Looks like we're making it alright. Oh hey, the first save point. Let's start with oh man. Just tear them apart. We are going to have to deal with some regular ninjas, so I'm just going to equip the Dragon Sword for this section. Oh, nice. Oh, arrows. Well, it wasn't clear enough what we needed to do. I mean, you have the option of using the Fiend-Bane bow here, but none of the, like, you can destroy the spotlights, but I think they'll just come back on if you destroy them. Not particularly sure what the benefit of that is. So if any of you down in the comments know, I'd be happy to hear. Let's go ahead and move forward. Yep, there's those enemies I was talking about. And hey, they fixed the spotlight. That was really fast. Yeah, don't be afraid to take some damage. It's certainly going to happen. We're going to see those Mr. House enemies, but they're going to have a different configuration for how to get them out. And I'm pretty sure that if a ninja touches the water, they just instantly die. There are a number of items. Oh, hello. It just appeared. How rude. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some info here just to try and oh, that didn't work at all. Pretty much exactly what we wanted to see, I think. And I don't believe you can counterattack the missiles either, so it's pretty rough fighting them up close even. In fact, there's no range for fighting them. It's not rough, I would say. And these dudes, the incendiary ninjas, they're about the worst. To get a little further in. Some more spawners. You can climb up this little path here. It's kind of cool how fleshed out this area is. There's just a bunch of stuff lying about. Oh, no, we're going with that. 2 herbs of spiritual life is very kind of them. Oh, hey, even some nymph. There's lots of items out. Big homies are out and about. I'm just gonna look for these guys. Seems to take care of them pretty good. Oh, if you're just gonna stand there and glitch, then I'm just gonna take care of them. Yeah. Well. Oh, hello. I don't know why they all work together. Try to gotcha. Okay. I wonder what fits in that big circle with a hole in it. Let's go up here. There's more items to be found. Very item-dense area. As far as Chapter 9 is concerned, it's definitely a breath of fresh air compared to Chapter 8. Chapter 8 seems to me to be the low point upon replaying this game. Like, oh god. We're here in Chapter 8. Hooray. Not that I don't like the set pieces. It's just the enemies really... they bust your balls. Alright, let's go ahead and march our way down to this next section. Put in the key. Not open this downward area here. I don't believe there's a chest anywhere on the bottom right there. This area. So one of the differences between this and Ninja Gaiden Black 2, which is the remake of this game that came out this year, is they actually take out the boss at the halfway point of this level. Which I think is a shame. It's a pretty fun boss. You have to fight it very uniquely. Or in a very unique fashion, I guess would be a better way to put it. So you just try and fight it head on, it's gonna... It'll chungus you, it'll bungus you, and then you'll end up Angus. No one wants that. And if you do, how do you beat it to Chapter 9? believe this will be the last. No, I don't think this is the last chapter. Because I think they're going to show up next chapter as well. Be careful as soon as you grab this and move a little bit. Pretty sure some ninjas are going to come on the other side. Yep, and they're going to try and snipe you off. So make sure you're over on this side when that happens. I'm just going to use an info to deal with them. Hello? There we go, we got him. Now, over here, I'm pretty confident is a crystal skull, so there's no reason for us to make the parkour journey, but we'll do it just because. A little bit to the left, just so we don't fall off. I do like how they use these tree branches for platforming. Oh, it's a shop. Nice. Too bad we can't use it because there are too many jellyfish in the area. I'm not going to clear them out. But you can take the same way you got here back up, despite the... oh, we're not. Yeah, be careful of Jellyfish City. They'll mess you up. Oh hey, we missed a chest. Well, that's nice, I guess. For us to backtrack. Give us a reason. Swinging a train. Now, I mentioned Kung Fu spoof movies before. Curious if any of you have seen Shaolin Soccer. Pretty sure it came out in 2001. Same person who made Kung Fu Hustle. A lot less well regarded. I think it's hilarious, personally. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z Soccer. You could tell it was made for Americans too, considering they don't call it ball. I'm curious where anyone in the audience stands on that as well. On the football versus soccer argument. If that matters to you at all. I'm just not a... I don't really like any sport that can end 0-0. Although I did try it out when I went to Europe, and by it I mean FIFA. The most recent one, and I had a bit of fun despite not knowing what to do pretty much at all. That was kind of cool. Alright, save spot. Now in here we're going to be encountering a new enemy. I actually think these might be returning enemies from Ninja Gaiden Black, if any of you all have played that. They show up in the 9th chapter there as well. Now be careful charging your ultimate technique against these guys, because they can and will jump on you, and it creates one of those weird grabs. It does a lot of damage. So just try and jump around them, get them to clump together, and then charge up with them. You get a lot of money fighting these guys. In fact, they're kind of optional even. Like, you don't have to fight them. Well, in this section you do, but the next one where immediately following this, I don't believe you do. It's just something to keep in mind. And you don't have to use the Eclipse Scythe. Pretty much any weapon's ultimate will work here. I mean, the Lunar, the Kusarigama, and the Scythe are probably your best bet, though. Just keep using that ultimate technique. You're going to farm a lot of money off of these guys. Be careful, though, because they do love jumping. That's like their main. Nice. It's cool how there's red and green blood in this. Oh yeah, you have to charge attacks to hit this. And down we go. Into the lair of the worm. So my recommendation here is just run for a while, get a bunch of these homies on your tail, and then just once they're all there, one spot, just lay waste. grinding for money. If you advance too far, you're gonna get the boss. So try not to do that if you want to grind these people for money. Oh, nice conga line. Oh, there's so many of them. Make sure you clear any bats in your way because they will break your concentration. Hello, weird bug things. There sure are a lot of them. Wait for him to get close. And there we go. Oh, wrong direction right here, but that's fine. You can always just do another one. And it's like at least 15 of them, I think. There we go, that's what I'd like to see. Feel free to come around the corner anytime. All day yellow essence buffet. Be careful meandering for too long. You don't want him to jump you because you've just been sitting there waiting. Messing around. They're here though, in the apartment. Although it does appear their numbers have gone down. I'm curious if anyone knows what the name of these enemies are, because I don't really have a name for them other than bugs. Well, we made it to 53,000 essence, so I think we can start. These side rooms here, you can bust into and break open the little hatches. They're kind of like loot boxes. And then they have different types of essence in them, sometimes items. I think. It is also going to be your refuge for when you're fighting the worm boss. You'll leave these little side areas. It wasn't clear enough. I'm fighting a worm, by the way. The Art of the Piercing Void is going to be your friend against the worm boss, as far as I can recall. If you can get it to stop in front of you, hitting it with one of those will deal massive damage. And you'll know the worm is coming because you'll hear it long before you see it. Slowly working our way through here. Little bug monster. Wrong direction. Have a lot of essence drops around here. Right, hear that? That's the sound of the boss. Now, I'm pretty sure it's going to come from the same direction every time. So you can charge an ultimate technique, and careful batting it. You can phase in and out of the walls sometimes, like a glitch, so be careful of that. Oh yeah, and if you stay in his path, this is what's gonna happen. It's not good for your health. I wouldn't recommend it. You're gonna have to find a little area to the side so it doesn't happen to you again. There we go. Let's see what direction he comes from. I'm pretty sure he doesn't change direction, so as long as you know what direction he's coming from. Oh! Or not. Whew. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. That was spooky. Okay. Huh. Let's go ahead and use an herb of spiritual light. So supposedly he's coming from this direction. Oh, I see. Nope. Get out of the way. Oh, looks like we're fast enough there. Thankfully there's some blue essence waiting for us. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Almost got him. Be careful of these worm spawns. They're incredibly dangerous. Twice. Oh, no, he didn't. Looks like they've had enough of me getting 3 chunks on. Let's go, we got the worm. Spooky fight, honestly. Oh my goodness, creates a path for us. Reminds me of chapter 6. Alright, now all we need to do is follow the path he made for us and just leave the area. Switch back to the Inferno now. That fight's over. I don't think we're going the right way. Nope, we're not. Probably wouldn't hurt to check the side areas just to see if there's anything going on. Oh, never mind. There is no side areas, but there is a way out. Hooray! Got ourselves a suit. Awesome. I think we might get jumped by a ninja or 2 here. Oh no, I know what's happening. We got so these dudes, they have throwing attacks. They have a grab, I'm pretty sure. They're really just incredibly annoying. Pretty much recommend using Lupo against them for the most part. Oh yeah, this is wonderful. Although, looks like we got some they're not the easiest to stun either. Remember the werewolves. I like this section of chapter 9 quite a bit. background. Oh yeah, the Vigorian flails. Let's go. That was the last primary weapon we were missing. It's one of my favorite weapons, actually. We'll definitely get some use out of that. It's good against both small and big enemies, but I'd say it's a bit better against your bigger enemies. So what we're going to want to do here is have the Gatling spear equipped on one end and then the lunar staff on the other. And there is a section you can go to the, like, if you can make it a little bit past these guys. Nope. Right. You can make it a little bit past these guys. And to the right. Oh, there we go. Nice. It's really up to them. Okay, and in here. They can't come in here, I'm pretty sure. So you can just really Gatling laser them. Gatling laser. Like Fallout. Speaking of Fallout, what's your guys' favorite weapon from the Fallout series? Personally, I'm a fan of the Gatling laser, as I just said. I think if I had to identify what was my favorite Fallout gun, or really weapon in general, it would just be the Gatling laser. Very, very fun to use. The anti-material rifle in New Vegas is really fun. Some of the submachine guns are fun to use. I really like the riot shotgun when you have the shotgun perks in Vegas. Okay, looks like I cleared them out. Oh, okay. Yes. Hello. Nice. Okay, now we can pretty much freely look around for items. Yeah, that's definitely your best defense against... Oh, hey, there's still one who left. Apparently just left, rather. Huh. Where you know? They'll eventually come to you, so you can just spam the lunar. Let's see if that actually works. Doesn't speak too much right now. Oh, hello. And there we go, we got him. And a 70 hit combo to boot. Okay. Hopefully that was the last one for now. Let's see. So there's a couple of items spread around. Double way mushroom. There might be one like underwater right here, yeah. Oh, grains of spiritual life, that's helpful. Now the way this level works is they're pretty funny fellas. As soon as you get up here, you're like, oh my goodness, I'd like to go further. Like, yeah, we would like you to go further as well. So here's a save point. If you activate that door, you're gonna fight some enemies. But the only way to get past it is fight more of those fish fellas as well. So let's go ahead and upgrade the Vigorian flails to level 3 right away. Nice. Excellent. Okay. And then let's buy a talisman and herb. And let's buy a herb. And a grain, and hey, why not? Just max out on healing items. Couldn't hurt. We'll turn on the talisman. We'll equip the incendiary shuriken, and I think I know who we're going to be fighting in the test of valor here. Do another save now, so we just have to go through that again. I think it's just a bunch of the small enemies, actually. So, you can definitely handle that, yeah. The name with this one, just let them coalesce. Just hit them with ultimate techniques. It's really quite simple. They'll eventually all come together pretty easily. Kind of like if you're used to playing Black Ops Zombies. It's like, oh yeah, that's so cool. We love the materials here. That's such a sin. Now, it's probable that the Eclipse Sight is a little more efficient in killing them quickly, but we've already used the Eclipse Sight earlier with good success, so we might as well switch it up. And we just got the flails. So yeah, I guess while we're sitting here, I might as well ask what your guys' favorite kind of melee weapon is. There's a lot of different types, really. This is, I guess, more for viewers out there, maybe, who actually play games with it. Probably a lot feel like the katana is their favorite, just for the weeaboo status. Nunchucks, I don't think they're that popular these days. You probably wouldn't find too many people doing it, unless they're big to do that. Spears are really cool, but only if you like total war probably. It's the regular old sword for the knight kind of type. My buddy John 12-inch really is a fond of that knight core sort of aesthetic. Where I stay. Payday 2 also has like 100 melee weapons at least, of varying usefulness and silliness. I think like quarterstaff used by someone who knows Kung Fu is probably the coolest. I never really thought about it. Like For Honor has the Shaolin character I'm really fond of, and then there's also the movie Hero I mentioned, I think last episode actually, that character named Sky used a spear, but he uses it kind of like a quarterstaff. And that's one of the coolest fight scenes in this game. You can actually look it up on YouTube. I think you'll find it if you go with Sky versus Nameless. Hero 2002. Probably get it to you, but I'm not 100%. Just like that, no sweat, we beat that one without a hitch. My guess is they probably reward you with like a Talisman of Rebirth, and they just aren't going to get it unless we bought one beforehand. Yeah, when you get money like that, that usually denotes the fact that you would have gotten something else. But they gave us a bunch of money, so it works out. I'm quite happy with how that went, actually. Especially compared to how difficult the last one was and the one before that. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Oh hey, it's a symbol of the giant and the, oh yeah, they will jump on these chainsaw cannon dudes. I'm not really even sure what I want to call them, other than chainsaw cannon dude. They're very similar to a lot of enemies in this game where they don't flinch very often. Oh, and let's get hard on them like that. The best advice I have for you, try not to just brute force them so much as just you can, if you can cut a limb off and then obliteration technique them, that is the best one. Because they have a ranged attack, they have that chainsaw that's going to do a lot of damage, and they don't respond to a lot of attacks. So definitely mess with them in this. Thankfully, the Art of the Inferno does seem to do pretty good damage against them. Now, it would probably be wise for us to use at least one healing item here, just so... Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're going to use a green. There we go. Flail's doing pretty good against these guys. I mean, obviously the Scythe would be a little better, but it is against pretty much every enemy, so... Alright, we've got him cleared. So we're going to just do the same thing we did earlier. We're going to try and get to the safety corner, and then once we're there, we're going to hit him with the Gallon Spear Gun. Yeah, they can't get to it. They can just sit and continue in the corner. Really kind of funny, honestly. while we're sitting here, might as well ask again what, or not again, but in this case, what some of your favorite machine guns in games are, because we've already asked for those. There's a lot. Definitely if you played FPSs. And by machine gun, I don't mean like assault rifles. I mean like actual like light machine gun, medium machine gun, heavy machine gun. In terms of heavy machine gun, it's hard to go wrong with the M2 Browning, but the Disc is also really good. I think I prefer the Disc over the Browning in a lot of cases, and that's mostly due to my War Thunder experience, where the Disc goes absolutely hard. Looks like we got it. Nice. As far as light machine guns go, the Bren gun's really cool. It's from World War II. They used it up until I think the 60s, something like that, maybe even the 80s. The British, that is. Oh, we got an item over here. Okay, just misses. I think it's okay if we skip there. Don't worry too much about more water enemies right here because there isn't any. Just need to get to the next section. That's all. Just run through here. We're actually getting pretty close to the end of the level here. And our next boss, it's a pair this time. I think it might be the first time we've actually fought more than one boss at a time in this game. See how it goes. Pyramid stuff's nope. We're gonna switch back to incendiary shurikens just to be sure. I wonder what the point of that cutscene is. Like, is it to show us that there's a new threat that's arrived? Or usually seems to be this when someone needs to fight Oh yeah, be careful. Even without a leg, they can still mess you up pretty bad. I am going to run past that one back there. Not really too worried about it. Wow! You just kicked that dude's head off. And this is one of those enemies that can live without a head, by the way. Just be aware of that. I will say this, these enemies have a pretty cool design. Having one arm be a cannon, the other be a chainsaw, live without a head. And then as soon as you're out here, welcome to the boss. I wonder why they want to give you arrows. Surely it's not an arrow-based boss. So my biggest recommendation against Tweedledee and Tweedledum here is the Art of the Piercing Void. Now I know I've said this a couple times now, and it usually doesn't work out in my favor. However, if you can actually hit these guys with an Art of the Piercing Void, you're really going to do a lot of damage. So try and do that. I mean, I obviously am having a really hard time because I'm aiming. That doesn't necessarily mean it's any less effective. Like that, Do you see the damage on that? That's a lot. So let's go ahead and use some double way mushrooms just to get right back. Oh look, it's our good friends. Now, one way you can pretty much guarantee that you can get some damage off with an art of a piercing void is by waiting for one of these. It's by waiting for one of them to go and start an attack up. That will give you the opportunity. There we go. We got the twofer on that one. That's nice. All right. Okay, a couple more good hits and we'll have them. Hey, there we go. The jumping arrow worked. It's nice for a change that my Art of Piercing Void tactic worked. And with that, we've completed Chapter 9. Thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed playing it this time around. I didn't feel nearly as clowned as last time. I feel like we earned that Master Ninja. If you enjoyed the content, consider liking and subscribing. Next time, we're going to go into, like, I'm not even really sure how to describe it, but there's a really cool section with the pyramid steps I talked about. We fight the last of the 4 greater fiends. And until next time, Auf Wiedersehen.